your hands, everybody, if you got what it takes. Cause I'm Kurtis Blow, and I want you to know that these are the breaks.
How you doing, Kurtis?
I'm good. Hey, Deanna, how are you?
I'm good. I'm definitely good. I'm looking forward to this interview with you today.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. So, let's get started. Kurtis Blow. We're going to say the innovator and the legendary rapper and producer. Should I add anything to that title?
Singer.
Singer.
and father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Fat Boys, Run DMC, and the list goes on. You actually got these guys started. How was it working with these individuals?
Oh man, it's like a once in a lifetime thing. Just meeting people and working with people. See, it's a different thing when you're an artist and then you change your hat. You get into production. You become a producer. You start producing other artists.
Okay.
But the thing about it, see, being an artist, you know how you want to be treated in the studio. So,
right.
As a producer, I just tried my best to treat people how I wanted to be treated, So, a lot of that love that I show the artists in the studio is a lot different from other producers.
Okay.
And it's more of a relationship type thing. We become friends. And I look out, I support. I really feel where they're coming from. And I remember just being in the studio with the Fat Boys when they first started coming out of Brooklyn, and they didn't have anything, and they were like, "Yo, Kurt, man, all I want." I remember Buff saying this, human beatbox, rest in peace. Buff was just saying, "Yo, Kurt, I just want me a car."
Oh.
And so he got a car and a house and millions. I mean, these guys did it big. So, just things like that. I remember about the Fat Boys and Run DMC and how we are all just basically friends, more of a relationship than a working relationship.
Awesome. And do you still keep in contact with them?
Yeah. I talk to Reverend Run 3 or 4 times a year. I always talk to the Fat Boys. Prince Marky D is on radio down in Miami, so he's doing his thing. And, so I keep in touch with the guys. And most of my other groups, too, like the Fearless Four and Wyclef Jean, the Fugees, groups like that. And, of course, all my new groups. I'm just getting back into production. And, so I'm starting to meet a whole lot of new talent that are up and coming. And same thing, I just want to help people and be there for them and support them. So it's a beautiful thing. I love being a producer.
Awesome. Okay, so knowing that you pioneered hip-hop, what are your opinions on hip-hop today, or does it even exist? And just give me your opinion on, the state of music today versus back then.
You said, it doesn't even exist.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you. But, hey, listen, being one of the elder spokesmen of hip-hop, I want to keep it positive, and, I want to lead by example. So I think that there is a generation gap in hip-hop.
Okay.
A lot of my guys, my age, the other pioneers, they're frustrated. They see all the billions being made. Hip-hop now is a $6 billion a year industry. So these guys are sitting back watching all this money go around, and they're a little jealous, a little frustrated at it. But the only way to bridge the gap is through love. So I just want to show some love to all the young kids and support them and say, hey, thank you for keeping it alive, keeping it going. And the future is there. The future of this world is for all the kids that are out there right now. For everyone who is under 18 right now, hearing the sound of my voice, I want you to know that the future is yours. and do your thing. So the best thing I can say is that I love the flows of today. Raps today are faster, they're wittier, they're more complicated. It's a challenge for old schoolers to keep up with the new styles. Mad flavor, we call it. We got the dirty South jumping off, West Coast, the Midwest. You got Chicago with Kanye and Common, and Nelly over in St. Louis, traditional New York. But here's the biggest thing that I love about hip-hop of today. When we first started rapping, everybody rapped in English. And people from Europe, outside of America, used to come up to me and say, oh, I love your music, Kurtis Blow, and I learned how to speak English by listening to your song, The Breaks. But nowadays, you travel outside of America, you go to Germany, they rap in German. You go to Italy, they rap in Italian. You go to France, they rap in French and Spanish over in Spain. It seems like the countries outside of America have embraced hip-hop and made it their own culture. And cats are rapping in their native tongue. And they are the top pop artists in their country. That's just amazing to me. So
That's awesome.
There is a positive side.
Okay. Now, your resume of working with such awesome acts, have you ever thought about doing a collab or putting out, the old school hip-hop?
Yes. I'm presently thinking about doing that, getting it together with a new label. I have a new label called Crush Records. And we're going to specialize in hooking up with the old school cats and getting them back out there, giving them an outlet so they can put out new music and also do collabs and compilations and duets and all kinds of stuff. We just needed an outlet.
Okay, sounds good. And I mean, no matter where your music is played, I don't care where it is, it still keeps the crowd dancing and it still keeps everybody hyped. What's your advice to these new cats that have hits today and forgotten tomorrow? How do you keep this longevity?
Well, education is the key to longevity. It's the key to success. It's the key to getting out of the ghetto. And just the acquisition of information. That's what education is. To acquire information. And nowadays, it's so easy to do that with the internet. You have a whole world of information that is at your fingertips. So I don't want to hear from anybody. Do your research. I don't want to hear from anybody to tell me that they can't make it, because the world is yours. And all you need to do is know how to do your research, get in there, and get it done. Just get it popping. Get on the grind. But education is the key. I mean, there's another thing where I used to always say to people, don't give away your day job, which is for real. That's some real talk right there. A true story. I mean, you have your dreams, your aspirations, but you need to have something you can fall back on. So if you have a skill, like if you're a carpenter or an electrician or a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it is, don't give away your day job, because you got to pay your bills.
Right.
You got to feed your family. And that's very, very, very important. Survival, you got to survive. And then work on your dreams, work on your aspirations and your spare time. And then if you get it, you make it, then you can give away your day job. You got to hit record. You got to leave college like Kurtis Blow. It's a wonderful thing. But education is the key, definitely.
Okay, well, that definitely makes sense. Now, what do you suppose is the problem with putting out a song? It might hit the charts, it might make people bounce their head a little bit, but then the next day it's like, who was that and do they even exist? How do you control that and how do you change that?
Well, that's the nature of the beast that we deal with. The attention span of our public is very, very short. So what you need to